So this is the 2010 E92 BMW M3 fitted with the competition package. So the things you normally don't get with the standard E92 M3 are these aggressively designed front splitters on each side of the car, and also the carbon wing mirrors, and this little M3 badge finished in carbon as well, with the blinkers included. And then if you come around to the back, you can see that with the competition package you also get a carbon spoiler on the back of the car, and also a carbon rear diffuser. And another thing you get with the competition package is the carbon roof. I think it's also available in the standard E92 M3, but it saves in total 25 kilograms. What I also like about the E92 M3 over the new F80 M3 and M4 is that the line at the wing mirror continues to the body of the car, and I think the way that it is connected to the car gives it like a more aggressive stance when you look further away. And the thing that also is really remarkable with the E92 M3 is that the engine pops out more than in the F80 M3 and M4. Also, the honeycomb designs in the two little air vents integrated in the front hood gives the car an overall better road presence, I think. Also, things that the owner of this car did that is not standard with either an E92 M3 as standard or with a competition package is that this grille is finished in black. And also a nice touch, because the car is in white, a nice contrast black M3 logo. So if we go ahead and unlock the car, you can see that the beautiful angel lights light up in the E92 M3, which is really nice. So just like in every other BMW, here is the model of the car integrated in the side steps. And the first thing that you'll see that is really remarkable at the interior of this car is it has a competition steering wheel. It has this blue ring in the center of the steering wheel. It's basically to know that your steering wheel is in the straight position, but I think it just looks cool and not many people use it to actually know their steering wheel is in the straight position. So then you have your rev counter and your speedometer. So it's kind of a BMW thing to do, especially in the M cars, that the dials are still analog dials and not digital dials. I think it gives the car like a more sporty feeling when you look at them, because honestly, if you have like digital dials like in a Lamborghini or so, you need to look at your speed that is like in a small sight at the right corner of your dash. So also here you have your LED lights at your rev counter to basically know when you need to shift, but I don't think many people use it to actually know when you need to shift, because you'll hear the car screaming when you go up to the red line, I think. So also with the competition package, the car is now limited to 280 kilometers an hour instead of 250 in the standard E92 M3. So this car is fitted with the DCT gearbox, so you get 7 gears automatic gearbox with these two lovely pedals. I think when you get a manual gearbox in this car, it's more for like a fun car, not a daily drivable car, because honestly, if you're in traffic with a manual gearbox, not many people like that. So here you have the button to set up how fast you want the gears to change, and here is DSC off. Obviously that's in BMW terms traction control off. So this is EDC, basically electronic damper control. So here you can control the stiffness of the suspension, and then you have the power button. Basically if you press this button, you know it's going to be a hard time controlling the naturally aspirated V8. So this is the standard BMW interface and the GPS system, which you're all familiar with. It's kind of sad that with the M cars they don't get another sort of style interior, but with AMGs they also don't do that. But this car is fitted with a beautiful Alcantara dash. So the owner says this is a custom made option, and I've also never seen an E92 M3 myself with an Alcantara dash, so it's kind of cool to have it combined with the Alcantara steering wheel. So here you just have a little storage space to put some coins and a cigarette lighter, and here you have the big button where you're all familiar with from BMW to control your navi screen, and all the buttons around the big button are also to control your navi. So here you have your hazards, here is the button to lock the whole car up, and this is the button to reset your tire pressures, and this, yeah, basically to control your air conditioning. And this is your handbrake, basically to perform some aggressive power slides, I think. And then here you have another storage space. Honestly, with BMWs you always get a lot of storage space in the car itself, apart from the boot not being so big, but anyway. So here you have another cigarette lighter, 12 volt I think. Yeah, you have an aux plug, and then you have a USB charger. What I forgot to touch up on are these buttons at the steering wheel. Let's ignore these, because here you have the M button. In the F80, M3 and M4 you have an M1 and M2 button where you can set up your own driving styles, but when you press this button the car goes in its high performance mode. So basically all these buttons will be selected, as well as the shift speed in the fastest mode, and you'll be ready to go. And also when you press this button you can engage launch control as well. So here is the button to, I think, open the CD player, and here are the buttons to switch between your two little screens between the dials. And as I already said earlier, you have a lot of storage in the BMW cars, and here you have a little storage in the door sills. Actually, this was also in the Boxer Spider from yesterday, which is kind of a handy thing to have in your doors. And then you have your window controls to control both left and right windows, and then you have a button to... Oh, someone thinks we're in an annoying place, I'm so sorry. So here you have the two buttons to set up your wing mirrors, and then you have, basically like in every other modern car with electronic wing mirrors, the button to configure it to position you want them to be in. And also a nice contrast stitching option in this car as well. Also two cup holders in this car. Like German cars always have these really handy options that are quite functional. So here you have a little M logo embroidered in the headrests, and I think some quite comfy seats in the back. And also this car is obviously fitted with the competition wheels, because this has the competition package, and they are finished in a nice matte black color, and of course a little M logo in the center of the wheels. This car also has Pilot Super Sport tires from Michelin. So this is the beauty of the whole car, the BMW M V8. So obviously you can count these cylinders, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and obviously it's a naturally aspirated engine, so as you'll hear in a minute, this car sounds absolutely brutal, and apparently it's snowing quite hard right now. So the two little air vents that I touched upon earlier in the front hood actually are functional, but not the left one. The right one actually has a function right here, so it blows air from this air vent into the engine, which is actually a cool function that the new F80, M3 and M4 don't have. So the footage where I was talking about the technical specifications of this car unfortunately was too windy, so I couldn't place this in the video, and that's why I'm going to tell you guys now. So this car is having 400 Nm of torque, it has exactly 420 brake horsepower, and the weight distribution between the front and the rear is 50-50. And for all of the 0 to 60 time geeks out there, the car does 0 to 60 miles an hour in 4.5 seconds. But I believe because the competition package has more carbon and stuff, it'll do around 4.2. So I'm now going to show you all the clips that I took inside and outside of the car. And believe me, it was really loud and aggressive too. So I hope you'll enjoy this as much as I did. And oh, by the way, go ahead and give the owner a follow on Instagram right here, because he was the guy that was so friendly to provide me with this car. So once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.